All right, so our leading gapper at CSPR, this one is just so slow. It hasn't moved anything pre-market. I mean, yeah, we have this huge move, but that's all in one candle. It's just a sudden surge, and then it just died. It's just flat the rest of the pre-market move here. So the ones that I'm really watching are drug, which I'm not really watching. The most interesting one to me at the time looked like it was KERN. KERN was actually making a pretty nice move here, but I don't know. It's fading as well. Like everything's kind of just fading at the moment. Nothing's holding its level so far. But we'll watch KERN for surge through VWAP potentially. This is the 5 and 10 minute are crossing here, which I don't like. So this one's gonna be a really long wait before we actually see a move here, I think. So drug's moving. Drug has more potential, but the 10-minute MACD is also crossing, so not right now. MRAM is on watch as well. MRAM for the daily high break looks the most interesting right now. 11.17 is the daily high. Kind of big spreads, 10-cent spreads. This one's pretty light on volume though, so I'd have to wait for this one. Nothing else is popping on the scans though, so CSPR, this one, huge float. It says the float's 25 million, but that looks way more crowded if I'm being honest. GGPI is popping on the scans. Not sure what this one's about. KERN is popping on the scans as well. So KERN climbing back to VWAP here. It looks like it's curling on the 1 minute MACD, but again, I still don't trust the 10 or 5 minute, especially the 5 minute. I'm expecting a false break. However, if it can hold, I would want to see this back above VWAP to really see a move, but like I said, I'm expecting a false break here. So there's somewhat of a false break, not a flush or anything, but somewhat of a false break. So back to drug. Drug's not doing much here either. NCTY. NCTY is coming up to its daily 200 moving average. What was the stock I was just watching? I don't remember. GGPI, there we go. So let's see. So GGPI is on a pullback right now. This is its first 1 minute pullback candle. Spreads aren't too bad, about 3 cents, 2 cents at times. Pulling back a little too much here, more than I'd like. Crossing on the 1 minute MACD as well. It sucks it couldn't hold its level here. Let's see if we get the break of 15. Big buyer. Let's see if they move. We get the break of 15 here. So there's a break of 15. 1480. 70 now. So nasty rejection off of 1550 level. That's gross. 5 minute MACD doesn't look so hot either. Here's a pop back up though. Back to 15 for a second. 93 on the ask. I don't know. I'd have to wait for this one to set up a little better. After that massive rejection, it's going to take a little time. We'll have to see. Going back to KERN. Okay, so KERN crossing on the 1 minute MACD here. It's actually holding this level. I like to see that. 10 minute doesn't look so bad anymore. Doesn't look so bad anymore. Jesus, my voice cracks are never ending these days. What is it called? KERN on the 5 minute. I still don't trust it on the 5 minute. For some reason, I still don't like the 5 minute. I really want to see this thing hold above VWAP, I guess, for me to stay interested in it. But this 5 minute MACD is just not looking strong to me at all. Let me see. It is holding its support in this range though. I might have to take bigger size on this one because it's not a huge mover. We'll see if I even take the trade in general. So there's a tap of VWAP at 64. See if he can climb above and hold. $377 is the 200. It would have to hold above 377 for this to continue. And then we have the hold dollar of 4. So if we can hold, I guess, above 377 and break above 4 and hold 4, this looks even stronger all the way up to potentially 5. So here's a pullback on the VWAP here. Let's see if it can hold this range. So 5-minute high already broke. I have 66 versus 65, but here's 69, there's 70, 72. So nice break of VWAP here. 1-minute MACD just crossed. 5 and 10-minute are curling, it seems like. So we can potentially get in. It seems to be holding its level here. I'm going to take 500 shares to start for a break above its 1-minute high. And I might hold it till 4. I have no idea where I really want this to go. So that might prevent me from taking the trade in general, but we'll see. I'm gonna try and get in here on a pullback for this next 1-minute candle. It's 380, kind of choppy there. Buy 500 shares here at 78. Looking for the break of the 1-minute highs. I probably got in a little early. Stop out here. Break of 70. I'm gonna stop out. Well, huge seller at 77. So took a $40 loss there. Probably got in a little too early. That's okay. Pull back. I could have held it, but the way it was coming back to 70, if it broke 70 VWAPs right here, it's 67. I didn't feel comfortable with that. So I'm going to hold it for the next 1-minute high to break here. 1-minute high is 87. We're going to go for the break of 4 most likely. If this finishes pretty low though, then I'm not considering just selling. See if I can get in here again for a second attempt. So now it's finishing low. Gonna wait it out a little bit. So there's a pullback to VWAP. See if it actually holds. If it can hold above VWAP, it looks pretty strong. But I want to see this finish around above 75 for sure. So now it's back below VWAP. Not what I want to see. 5-minute doesn't look the best. It needs to finish above 75, I think. See if we get the break of this 1-minute high here. If it breaks, I mean, I'd want to see it hold, but I don't know. Our support line's here at 50. See if we get the breakthrough 50 or if it holds support. Kind of sucks it didn't hold this range though. I was really hoping we can shoot for the break of 4, but just not the day, I guess. I was asking for too much. It hit its 200 and now it's rejecting off its 200. It's kind of hoping that it would hold and break above, but it looks like the 5-minute MACD ended up crossing after all. That's what it seems like it's doing here. So, oh well. KERN just didn't work out. Down $40. Not a big deal. My second loss this month. In total, I'm down, what, 70 something dollars, but I made about 500 or 600. I'm still in the green by a long shot, but JMIA here for the break of its daily high is, let me see, high is 66, high of this candle here is 69, so it just broke right there. See if we can get a pullback. It's light on volume. Spreads aren't the best either, 20 cents. I'm gonna wait on that. Drug. sideways, KERN, still crossing in the MACD. I think I'm just done with KERN just because all MACDs look trash. It hit its 200, had the climb. I'm getting in a little late up here. So now it's rejecting its level again. Oh my god, these these voice cracks, on. Let's check out our main gapper, CSPR. So this one's rejecting. Okay, if the 10-minute MACD can cross here, it's probably going to be another couple 10-minute candles, I think. It doesn't have to cross. I don't want to see it break its 10-minute low and then pop back up to 350. That would probably look best in my opinion. But it would have to pop back up for the next 10-minute candle to rip through VWAP and then potentially start seeing a huge curl all the way back to 4. It's kind of holding this range here. It's not breaking lower yet. But I do think we're going to have another false break just because that 10-minute MACD is right there. 5-minute just crossed. 1 minute also just crossed. But I think it continue lower. So low here is 36. And right now we're at 42, 41. Let's see if we get that break of 36. NVTS is popping on the scans. Not sure what's going on with this one. Out of my price range as well. JMIA rejecting. Nasty rejection here. Low volume as well. Let's go check on these other ones again. Drug, KERN, CSPR. Actually, Coco's popping on the scans here. Is that a recent IPO? Somewhat recent. High is around 1650. We could get in here for the break of 16. Light on volume still though. Big seller at 16. Definitely want to see them move or get bought up. We're gonna wait on that one. Back to KERN. So KERN is holding its level a second time. Let's see if we can actually get a break above VWAP and get some strong momentum for the break of 4. It's crossing on the 1-minute MACD once more. So, I mean, that's cool, but I don't know. 10 minutes still doesn't look the best. I'm not looking to get in for another false break for sure. So it's unfortunate it couldn't hold its level this time. Let's see if it can do it the second time around. It would really have to shift its momentum on this one though. Like if it false breaks again here, then I think it's done. But the way it's looking on the daily right now, I'm not feeling super confident in it. And just the 5-minute crossing and the 10-minute looking like it's wanting to cross. Like I think it's gonna be another false break. I don't have so much trust in this one. Well, already 15 minutes into the day here, and nothing else is moving. We got MGI popping on the scans, but kind of dead. Made a 1 cent pop here, 2 cent pop, and that's freaking my scans out apparently. BGRY also popping here. Low volume, not interested. CSPR, our leading gapper here, is just trash, super trash. CREX is actually curling to VWAP here. 5 minutes about a break. This doesn't look so bad. Just really out of my price range here, around $2, $3. I don't like trading this stuff if it's that low. Did make a nice move here though, but I don't know if it's gonna hold VWAP. 5 minute looks like it can potentially break, which that's the only thing I'm excited about so far on this one. But it's rejecting its level, so drug, another one just sideways, flat, not interesting. KERN, again, this one's just hanging around, I guess. It's not doing a whole lot. And they already had a false breakup here. It's looking really weak in my opinion. I don't really like the way this one's, panning out. Hit its 200, got what I wanted, but I was expecting a break through 4 or a move back up to 4 at least. So here's the break of 36. It's 10-minute low. Let's see if we actually get the break. It double bottom there at 36. See if we can actually get the break. We'll probably get on the next 10-minute candle here pretty soon, or the next 5-minute at least. There's 37. Just because, oh, there's 36 now. Just because the MACD here on the 10-minute is like literally one candle away from crossing, so I wouldn't even be surprised. SSNT just got halted. So interesting, it got halted and now it's gonna resume at 620. That sucks. I would hate to be in on this one for sure. DCRC is popping up the scans. DCRC. So not sure what's going on with this one either. If it can break above 1320, that would look really strong on the daily. So that way we could see it move back up to its previous high of 1372 here. And then we still have to break this high, 1370. So it's about the same. EYPT is another one popping on the scans. This one's pretty light on volume, it seems. It's not really moving a whole lot. EYPT, breakthrough VWAP, really nice surge here. So this is what I want to be seeing. This is a really big move. Super clean breakthrough view up there. See if it can hold its level. If we can get a pullback. I know it's definitely out of my price range. It's about 20-cent spreads here. It's very volatile, but I can potentially take a trade on this one. Small size, of course. But I'd want to see a pullback for sure. 5-minute MACD also crossed. So this was like the dead giveaway here. 10-minute MACD still needs to cross. So this thing still has potential to the upside. High is 2150. So to buy the dip, but I don't know. I want to wait. I want to see a proper formation here. A nice setup for something. Potentially the next 5-minute candle I can get in. I don't want this to pull back and break 20 or something though. I would love to see it hold 2050 for sure. Maybe this next 1-minute candle we can see some sideways consolidation and then another rip through 2150 for its 10-minute high break. If this can break and then pop back up to 12 or 2080, 21 even, then it looks great. If it holds this 21 level, sideways consolidates, then for sure I'll get in for the next 1-minute high to break. If it rips on this 1-minute candle here and breaks the high, I'm not gonna trade it. I'm gonna wait for this next 1-minute candle. So it's holding this range. I don't want it to break 2150 yet. I like when it holds this range because it's kind of like compressing here, and then the next, I guess the third candle is the one that I want to break. That's the one I'm looking to really rip through 2150 and shoot upwards. but it's pulling back a little too much here. It's already at 21. It made a nice climb there all the way to 2140, but as we're coming to close here, it's looking a little rough. So there's a break below 21 now. Finished pretty low. I don't feel confident in it finishing that low. Two massive doji candles there. Let's see, is it going to form a pennant and then we're going to get it on the last candle, or is this going to rip through on this one candle? 5 minute and 10 minute just opened. I still think it has potential, but the way it's rejecting these levels right now is making me kind of confused as to where this one wants to go. So there's a break of 2050. Not too sure where I want to get in, or if I want to get in even. Pulled back nicely on the 5 and 10 minute here. It's not a huge rejection on those candles, but let's see if it can hold at least 2050. I'd want to see this finish around 2080, so we could potentially see the rip back through 21, but we'll see. We have 7 seconds left. It's 2050. I don't know. 5 minute on the MACD just crossed again. 10 minutes still has potential on its MACD, but it might be another 10 minute setup. Okay, let's go back to KERN, see what KERN's doing. So KERN still hasn't crossed on the 10 minute, but if anything I can get in here. It just pulled back. So if anything I'll get in for a short position, but I don't think I could trade this one with a short position. NVTS. It's a slow mover, 10-cent spreads, not a whole lot of volume in it. SSNT, let's see what this one's actually gonna resume at. So 765. It should resume here. Well, it was supposed to resume already actually, but it looks like it's gonna be a 10-minute halt. So we'll have to wait for that one. But I'm not sure why this one's halting. Let me see. I'm glad it's not finishing or opening here at 620. That would have sucked. Great. My charts aren't loading, or my my scans are frozen. So cool. So I guess I won't know what's going on with SSNT. That's great. Okay, so they purchased another company. So that's cool. I'm not sure what the other company is really about, but MVTS, EYPT. EYPT here is pulling back too much. It still looks okay on the 10 minute. 5 minute doesn't look that bad either, but it needs to hold its level here on the 1 minute. 1 minute MACD doesn't look the best. Let's see, here's a pop. Immediate rejection. All the way down to 20. So, I don't know. I think I might just take my loss here on KERN. I think that's what I'm most likely gonna do. I mean, it sucks it didn't work out. I was kind of hoping for a move back above 4, but I'm not trying to give away profit. Everything's rejecting right now. The only one that's actually moving up was SSNT. I guess it got halted going up, but I don't. The way the rest of the market's moving right now, I don't have so much confidence in it. Then again, this one was strong enough to actually get halted, so I might wait around just to see what this one's gonna do. But as of right now, nothing looks good. Everything's kind of just choppy, slow. I don't know. EYPT looked pretty good for the break of 2150, but then it just started pulling back a little too much, and now it's just below what I wanted. So not the best either. Okay, so SSNT should resume here in about another minute. I don't think I'm going to trade it. I just want to watch and see what it's going to do. We do have some resistance here around, let me see, 760. So right at open, we have resistance. We also have some more here around 811, 810. So the break of 8 mainly. Whole dollar is a big resistance level. Another one around 9, of course, and then another one over here around 880. But 850 is, I mean, the half dollar, so that's like a given resistance. But I don't know if this one can rip through 850. It actually has a pretty large range all the way back up to 10, and then from 10 it has an even larger range up to 11 or 12 even. But let's see if this one's actually going to hold. So we have about 20 seconds left on it. Let's see what this one does. Not much faith on it. I honestly don't think the news is crazy or anything. So not sure why this one halted so quick, and it's extremely light on volume. So I definitely won't be taking a trade on it because of that reason. But I'm just curious to see how this one's gonna do at open. So here's open here. The break of 8 to 810. Kind of holding its level here, which is great. See if we get the break of 8 a second time. There's 8. Having a hard time here. Spreads aren't the best. There's a break of 60. Let's see if we get a flush through 50. No, it's still holding. So I could potentially get in for the break of 8 a second time. There's 805 now. Back below 8. It's still holding this range, which is great to see. At least it's holding its level for now. Nothing on it looks bad so far. It looks okay. And I really like how it's holding its level. It's a little choppy here, but it's still holding. So there's a break through 8. Now it's 822, 25. And back to another halt. That's what it's looking like. Let's see if it actually gets halted or if it just rejects. So this one was a pretty good stock to take an entry on here earlier. Should have got in here for the break of 8. Should have gotten a long time ago, but again, I don't really want to trade this one. So here's a second pullback candle. There's 8, held 8. Could have bought the dip there. Nice pop all the way to 830. This one's really confusing. It's really choppy. It makes a quick rip and then a quick flush. So it's really difficult to say which direction this one's going to go. It is holding its level though. I really like how it's doing that. So we can potentially get in here for another break of 850. See if we can get the rip to 9. Halt level's around 9 something now, I'm assuming, because it moved. So this 1 minute candle looks super clean for a rip through back to 880, potentially 9. There's a break at 850. Just like that. That's what I don't want to get in on is, let's just say I got in at 48 there. Got the break at 850, and then it went to 54 and then dropped to 830, which is kind of scary. So yes, I would have been profitable if I would have had my exit like right away. I would have had to stop out at 55. Popped to 59 there for a second, but this isn't the break I was looking for, honestly. I was expecting something more significant. Then again, the next 5 minute candle is going to open here, so it looks even stronger. I think this next 1 minute has the potential to break to 9. Just because the 5 minutes right there. Depends on how this 1 minute finishes though. If it finishes extremely low, then that's going to suck. So let's just say I took my entry here at 52. Already losing on it. And I'd stop out already, most likely. So yeah, I would have stopped. I would have taken a fat L on that one for sure. But if anything, I'd continue to trade it just for the 5-minute high to break, 10-minute high to break. It's right there. I mean, nothing looks bad on the MACDs. Nothing looks terrible. It's really extended on the daily, but I mean, overall, it's up. It's still holding this 8 level. It's still holding above you up, somewhat strong. This is just a pullback candle, I believe. If it pulls back and breaks below 8, then that's where we have trouble. But I don't know. It's already 10, so I'm gonna wrap things up here. Taking a $40 loss. That's fine with me. I'm still up on the entire month. Let's see what tomorrow brings. You know, KERN was kind of sloppy. I was hoping it'd have a way more significant break, or at least hold its level so we can see the break of 4, but clearly didn't happen. Kind of upsetting, massive rejection like immediately after. And I would say I'm lucky to stop out where I did. I could have stopped out a little sooner for sure, taking profit even, but I'm not upset at where I sold. $40 loss, I'm glad to walk away with that and not like a $300 loss or something. So anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow.